So basically, the rundown of everything, who was all involved, what part they played, and how they did it. Well, Brian seen that Tiffany was trying to set me up behind my back when he got here on my parents' property after he got out of jail. Shortly after me and Tiffany moved here because of what Tiffany was pulling behind my back to make everything fall apart. And of course, I'm the one who catches the blame. She knew it. It's what she was going for. Not only that, she timed it perfectly from when my brother came back from the military, because he was the one, imagine that brought a trailer and moved us. See? Trying to act like, oh, being the big brother. Right. Manipulated his mom into buying him a laptop to do it. Then was messing with my fiance and trying to get my stuff when we were moving. I had a brand new refrigerator. Almost $1,000 for this thing. Literally. Brand new. Not even a year old. Perfect condition. And he wanted it. And I said, no, I want it. So I have a refrigerator. And he kept talking and talking and talking and blah, 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 blah. So I said, fine, I'll give it to you for $100. He's like, all right, I'll give it to you on the first. And he kept playing this little fucking game every month. I give it to you on the first. I give it to you on the first. He thought it was fucking funny. And I said, look, I'm sitting here hurting for money, trying to get out of this hole, and I just gave you one hell of a deal on that thing. And you want to play games? He did this for almost a year. Yeah, it's how my brother rips people off. Yes. Anyway, I finally had to threaten him if he didn't pay me, I was going to call the cops and tell him that and report it stolen because he's not keeping to what he said and he keeps playing games. Anyway, the whole reason we ended up here was because Tiffany doing what she did. Once we lost the trailer that we owned and the land that we owned, we moved into another trailer in the same park that was rented by the guy that we just bought the property for the tax sale out from under. So he's not too happy. Tiffany constructed all of this. She also wanted to be closer to all the drugs going on. See, where we were away from all that. This next move moved us right into the heart of it. See, nobody would mess with me or do the things that Tiffany was trying to manipulate behind my back. And she knew that all she had to do was tell me that it's this person or that person, and I would believe it because those people had a problem with me too. Imagine that. More drug addicts that tried to mess with my family or steal from me that shouldn't have been around me in the first place. My nephew Brian, his sister Angela. Yeah, she's doing better now, but at that time she was all fucking, her head was all over the place. She was a different person. But anyway, I've got to explain all that so everybody understands because there's all kinds of diversion stories that she tries to use out of that. So there'll probably be more. But anyway, she's the one that wrecked the car on purpose while she was pregnant. Deliberately destroyed it, totaled it. Yeah, you all would have had to have been there, known Tiffany, known, you know, and I'm telling you, you would have you would have seen exactly what I'm talking about. Now, even I took it for benefit of the doubt at the time. I was worried about her, worried about the child. I didn't care about the car until I started seeing that it was actually deliberate. The reason she did that is because that was an old car, and I repeatedly would talk to her about how reliable they are. If she does get in it, if something does happen, she'll be more safe because they're better. They're built out of better material. And I just like older cars. That's the way I was raised. It saves money. It's paid off. Don't have to worry about it. Anyway, she wrecks it because she doesn't want me going to do a job that gets us money. Why? Because that secretly puts us into debt. Well, not secretly, but it puts us into debt. She was pushing because she wanted to go to work and manipulate further and mess around. This is what she does when she goes, supposedly wants to go to work every time. So I was working for my buddy Mark. We did a hardwood job. He decides not to pay me. I got pissed off and upset, and my friend offered to give Tiffany a job at Men's Warehouse. Yeah. This girl goes there, gets the job, all because, of me. And I'm still doing all my stuff and taking care of the kids on the side. So I'm still making money, it's just not like I was. And it's because she keeps fucking with shit. You really think people are going to pass my name on, or that I'm going to get more bigger jobs if I keep having issues that come up? No, she knows that. Her uncle Mark does the same type of work. She knows how it goes. She spent a lot of time with him, so she knows. Yes, she was deliberately doing that. Why? Because I wouldn't marry her. Yeah, I was going to marry her anyway after I seen that, you know, me and her were on the same page and this little crazy bullshit she was doing was done with. Yeah, for anybody that doesn't realize, that's called forgiving somebody that you shouldn't. But I was still giving it a shot. But of course, these are the reasons why she comes out with these stories. That's not the only reason. The peace order when she left here in 2017 was so she could advance herself up the housing list. She was already on it. The reason why she was on it is because we were already split up. She was caught cheating. She tells me she's going to do everything she can to make it better, but behind my back, she's telling everybody all these horror stories. Right. This is the same woman that got her son taken from her antics, then used me to get him back, then used him to help do what they did. And anybody can tell me that hard to believe. It's not hard to believe once you look at the facts. The kids stated it. That's why Kirsten was with me on an individual weekend, which I came up with. I'm also the one that came up with the whole visitation schedule. Even the other peace order she put in, the judge herself, which was a woman, so she didn't further it. And she put prejudice on it to where she couldn't do it again for those reasons or that situation. That's why she started using the kids. Then, what I was doing on the internet to let the story out, she tried to put a peace order against me for that when it wasn't even to her. She didn't have to come in there and look at that. She chose to stalk the pages and run her mouth. And she chose to bring people in with it. Her mother, her aunt, Jen, her husband. Yeah, all these people don't know the facts that I know. Jen and her husband doesn't know any of the facts. They were in Texas. Yeah, I didn't even know if that was true or not. I never even checked into it. I prayed for Jasmine every day and hoped God kept her safe. And he did. It's her job to realize who was doing what. If she never realizes that, that's on her. Yeah. Yep. Law enforcement and her mom manipulating is how that happened. And notice how Jen's trying to tell Jazz a story that is not true. Hiding in a gas station, had to get apartments with bars on the windows because her dad was stalking. No, the apartment you picked in Elkton happened to have bars on it. I wasn't stalking you. I had custody of my daughter that you stole. You broke her leg, and then you tried to act like I was trying to stalk you to hurt you or anything. No, I was finding out where my daughter was, and you knew I was going to do that as soon as you came back to Maryland. What, you think talking to my mom, I'm not going to track my daughter down? Yeah, I am. Pretty funny. I've got Tiffany stalking me the whole time we broke up before the kids got hurt on social media, putting stuff out that is a lie, saying that I kidnapped my daughter when my daughter was scared of her mother and didn't want to go home. So that's what they did. They put out this, oh, David kidnapped Kirsten and won't give her back to my cousin. That girl that put out that post, Brenda, that post, she's an ex-girlfriend. She knows better. She was never abused. I never cheated on her. What the fuck? They're piggybacking off of each other. I mean, what the Jen told stories of supposedly getting stitches and medical procedures, but there's no medical records. There's no police report. There's no lawsuit. What? Even Tiffany laughed at that one when we were together. Yeah, she tried to say that in Leslie's car. That's what my sister and Tiffany almost beat her up for. And then Leslie kicked her out of the car because I asked, okay, well, where's the medical reports for that? Where's the police report for that? Did you put me in jail for that? And Jen put her head down and Leslie said, you bitch. That's what I'm talking about. They come up with these stories with people that have no idea. These people start believing it. And sometimes they never find out the truth until late, or some of them don't even give a shit what the real truth is. They're just wrapped up in the Jerry Springer drama act that's going on. And then what does that do to law enforcement and everybody else? It makes it look like a 5-year-old fight. They blame it on the dude. And because women get the benefit of the doubt, this dude is looked at as he's being childish, even though it's her doing all of it. Is it possible to run into 3 people like that? Hell yeah. Especially in this small, fucked up county and town. Are you serious? Elkton has a worse reputation than Baltimore City for murder. That's in Cecil County. It's because Cecil County has its own rules. Oh, yeah. Tiffany was going after me. She was a gold digger, so was her mother. When she couldn't do that and get what she wanted, she manipulated, twisted, and used Brian, because Brian was already wanting to hurt the kids, and her mother that already wanted to hurt the kids. Brian is another one that goes after insurance money. So is her mother. And imagine that. They were all collaborating just before this happened. They did it. They did it.